So here's the question for today. Before I start this video, I just want to say I'm a little under the weather right now because last night I was washing some shower curtains in the bathtub with warm water and then added some bleach. And I inhaled those fumes and I didn't even think twice about it. I didn't think it was going to do anything to me, but it did. Throat sore as hell. I don't feel completely awful, but this isn't fun still. I hate not feeling healthy because I work way too hard to be completely healthy all the time, and I don't get sick often, but that's something I can't help. And yeah, but anyway, the question for today is, are witches and demons affecting your life? And folks, they can come in many different forms. Just like, for instance, last night, like it just feels like no matter how hard, no matter how dedicated, no matter how determined, no matter how perfect we try to live a flawless life, something is always going to come and throw a wrench in our paths to mess us up in some kind of way. I can name about a million things right now, so I'm not even going to name one. I actually did name one already, but I'm not going to continue to do it. There's just so many things that happen. Like, these things could come in that type of form. These things could come in the form of a so-called friend, people in your community, family, anything of that nature. And it's up to you to minimize these things happening, because if you're a naive person and bad things are happening all the time and you're not avoiding most of it, it's going to suck the life out of you. It's going to stop you from living the life you probably should be living. And it seems as if, right, some people are living their lives and it's like things just look like it's going so well, so smooth. But it's also because they don't have a high purpose. They're being left alone. We will never be left alone, guys. Never. There's always going to be something that comes out of nowhere that causes a negative impact to our lives. So, demons and witches will be affecting your life if you are called to a higher purpose, a greater purpose. It's like something is just blocking you, bro. Something is just right there all the time. But if you don't give up, if you're attacked left, right, and center, things are so bad, people's going against you, but you don't give up, you keep persisting, you will come out on the other end on top. And that's what this is all about. It don't matter what's thrown your way. At the end of the day, all this stuff can happen. The craziest stuff can happen. You know full well you ain't gonna give up. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep fighting with every ounce of your being. Because this life is war. We're not just here, whatever. We're putting up a fight. And that's how we will go out. Things is gonna happen, folks. Things is gonna come our way. To try to take us out. Some things that came my way that damn near took my life. Certain accidents that I had. And it's not what God wanted. So we must keep going. And those things, where some break, it motivates us even more. And we keep pressing, and we keep pressing, and we keep pressing. So if you were called to a higher purpose, you will be attacked. Things will be hard. I got a friend I was just talking to 2 nights ago in the gym. He told me, bro, my car broke down. This broke, that broke. It cost me $1,500 to fix it and all this stuff. And he's young. He's like 19. And I told him, when it rains, it pours, brother. Things is going to happen. Like one time, this was in 2019, my car broke down right at a light. Like on a red light, it turns green, car's done. Blocks traffic, so embarrassing. It's like, oh my God. I just ran off the road I was right beside a car dealership. So I'm like, you guys gotta go, like, we gotta get this out of here. And they didn't, but we called one and it come. But it blocked traffic for a bit, and then people figured it out and started driving around it and stuff, but it was embarrassing. And it's like, things just always happen. It's one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. And that's kind of how it is when you do have a higher calling in life. It's going to try to stop you from reaching that higher calling by discouraging you. That's the enemy's greatest asset over somebody with a higher calling, is discouragement. The enemy wants you to be discouraged. It could come in the form of your own family. Your own family, bro, could try to discourage you. Your own people that's around you can turn on you in a flick and try to discourage you, try to break you down bit by bit. Because deep inside of yourself, you have a higher calling. Things happen. I've been through it all. I've seen it all. And I let absolutely nobody stop me. Nothing is going to. I've been through a shitload of pain in my life. I don't expect it to get all pretty. I don't expect nothing. I'm going forward and I don't care what happens type of attitude. That's the type of attitude you need to have, because things is going to happen. Even if there's times where things are pretty damn smooth, you're enjoying yourself, things are going pretty good, something is going to happen. Gotta sneeze. I'm telling you, man. That bleach last night, oh my God. Messed me up. I was high as a kite. I couldn't even think straight last night. Head all weird. Disgusting. But things happen, man. You start to get on a roll, something else is gonna happen. Something else is gonna happen. What's next? You just never know. You just never know. But you gotta battle through it all, regardless of what happens. Regardless of what happens, you gotta go. Be prepared for it. Be prepared for more to happen. Don't think to yourself, everything's gonna be so amazing. Not that things won't be good, but it's never gonna stay that way, because something else is gonna happen. You're on a hot streak, you're on a roll, something else is gonna happen. Trying to stop you. I had the most momentum, and I mentioned this a couple days ago, up to a week ago on YouTube. I had the most momentum I've ever had on my channel before. This was in 2022. Last year, around September, we had this massive storm. It was the biggest storm in maritime history, in Canadian history, actually. It took our power out for a whole week straight, so I couldn't do anything. And it wasn't the same when it came back. So things happen all the time to stop you. All the time, things is going to happen to stop you. And you can't let it. You can't let it discourage you. You have to look past it. Even when something happens, I got so good at not overreacting and freaking out about it. Just breathe for a second and think critically and logically. It is what it is. I can't change it. It happened. It is what it is. There's no point in putting extra energy into it. There's no point in doing anything else. If something bad happens, okay, deal with it, because it happened and you can't take it back. The same as if people in life switch up on you. You can't change the way they want to act and behave towards you at all. You might as well accept it But that is something that losers in life cannot do. Losers won't accept the fact that you might be winning in life. You might be on a hot streak, you might be doing well. They can't accept it. Like, they can't look at you as you are. They can't accept what is going on for your life and all the pain and trials and tribulations you had to go through. They still won't accept the fact that you are who you are. You're doing what you're doing. It's like they want to talk to you as if you're not that person, but you are that person. They want to talk to you as if you're just the same person that you always were, but you worked far too hard for that to be the truth. But they don't care. And you can't change that. You can't change the way people's going to act and behave. You can't change these demonic people. But you can change the way you look at things. You can change the way you allow people to come in and out of your life. You can put a stop to anything. You can say no. You can cut people off. You can cut certain friends, family, whoever off. You don't have to accept the bullshit. Because some people think, oh, we're brothers, we're sisters. It don't matter if I treat you bad. You're still my brother, you're still my sister, like whatever situation you might find yourself in, and that is bullshit. That does not give you the right to treat somebody unfairly or poorly. Instead of understanding, they want to think in their way, and they're stubborn. They don't even want to hear what you have to say. They don't care. They just want to think the way they think, and the way you think is not the right way for them. But that's not the right way in itself. You at least have to hear somebody out and what they have to say about something. You can disagree after that or whatever, but you at least have to see it from their perspective. And that's important. Because that's what real communication is. If they really cared enough, they would be up for that. They're not mature enough to. In fact, they're very ignorant people. They are very stubborn. They don't like one thing and, oh, it's just the end of the world. Cry about it. And that's what they do. Because they don't want to conversate. They don't want to talk about it. Because they know when it comes down to it, there's going to be a huge part of what you're saying that is correct. They just don't like it. They don't want to accept it. And that is a loser. They're a loser. They're probably a demon or a witch as well. Very much so. Stuck in their way. My throat is absolutely killing me, man. Bang, 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 bang. Get this out of me. How the hell could a few fumes do this shit to me? Shit happens. And guess what? We gotta deal with it. I'm gonna deal with it. I'll be alright a week. Be a little rough for a little bit, but we'll get by it. It is what it is. Can't call back in time, and I can't wear a mask to protect my immune system. I did what I did. You live and you learn. So, a little bit of pain, a little bit of discomfort. Never kill you, but more attacks. Like I said. Good point, right? It's like life will just never be perfect. In fact, like not even like good consistently, let alone perfect. Always gonna be something. Always gonna be something. Another unfortunate event. Something different. It's something different every week. A new hater. Fumes coming up out of the fucking bathtub. Another family member turns on you. Another friend turns on you. Shit happens. But what's very important is how we deal with what comes our way. Because these witches and demons be appearing all over the place in different forms. And are they affecting your life? They affect my life, but I got a strong, firm hold on the things that happen. And I usually deal with things very, very well. Which is good, because it is how you deal with what happens. And it's what matters. So, some of you are going through it right now. Some of you are really going through it right now, and I know how that feels. Even the buddy I talked to a couple of days ago, like, one thing after the other, after the other, after the other for him right now. And that's how it is. And his life was, he has a good past. Like, things were pretty good for this guy. But I let him know, like, you might come to a stage right now, and it's probably happening right now, where life is just shitty. And let me tell you how hard life is at 18, 19 years old. And you're coming into your 20s. As a man, oh, very difficult. Very, very difficult. In fact, damn near unbearable. It is hard. It's hard to get things right. It's hard to be on point. It takes a lot of work. It takes a shitload of work, and the best decision you'll ever make is allowing it to be hard and working, like making life into what you want it to be, instead of just like letting time go by and life go by and you're not really doing nothing about it. You have to do something about it. Things is gonna happen. Unnecessary things, unfortunate things will happen, guys. You have to be the bigger person, and no matter what happens, you work through it all. You make the right decisions. You stay in the suck. And you're going to be watching other people living their lives, and other people, it just seems like everything's so smooth for them and going so well. It's not going to be later on for them. They're not going through the struggle to really build their life. The life you're going to build is going to be much more solid than the life they had built. In fact, they're going to be sky high in debt. They made all these decisions and they're so far behind financially. Growth as a person, spiritually. We're going to have so many like younger kids in grown adult bodies that are still like kids because they don't want to go through those times. So going through those times and not avoiding it is very, very important. Like, so very important. And that's what I did. I felt like, you know what, this is a challenge. I'm young. I want to be a man. I really want to do well in my life. So I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to go do what everybody else is doing. I ain't going to turn up. I'm turning down. The only place I'm turning up is in the gyms. I'll turn up in the gym. You can turn up in the club, buddy. Drink yourself stupid. Because I'm going to be right here. Into a fully built human being, ready for battle, ready for war, with a well-built life. And these are decisions you have to think about. So a sign of going through a lot is a good thing because you're allowing it to happen. Like, anybody could shrug off their life problems. Oh, I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm pretty broke and all that other stuff, but I'll smoke a joint and we'll just live it up, bro. We'll just find something to do today, and just that's the dumbest shit you could do. Instead of bossing up, instead of building your life. Those types of people completely avoid it, which is why they don't struggle, which is why you might see them, it looks like they're effortlessly just living their lives, because they are. But they're not building it. Nothing's going to be built. They're going to have nothing to show for the years that they have lived. That is not what you want. And they don't have a higher ceiling or purpose to begin with either. But you do. That's why it's hard. So if it's hard, you know you're on the right path. If things are difficult, you know you're on the right path. It's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be difficult. It's difficult right now for me to do a video because my throat is so damn sore. I got to sip water every minute. It's uncomfortable, but I'm still doing it. And that's the difference between me and a lot of people on earth. I don't care how I feel. I could be not fit to do something and I still do it because I got that kind of crazy. And that's what a lot of people don't want to give me credit for. You have no idea, man, the shit that I will go through. You have no fucking idea. The real ones do because they see it, they respect it. But not the others. They just look past everything. They don't really know because they're that stupid. But anyways, that's the video for this evening. And just know, man, things is going to happen. Things is going to happen. You got to be up for the challenge. Something bad happens. I got God, man. Nothing can break me. That's how you have to think. This is nothing. Nothing's going to break me, man. Because I got God. All the demons, all the witches, all the spiritual stuff happening, don't matter. Nothing can break me. Because I got God.